Hello everyone, today's writing tip video is about accepting that you're done writing your novel, meaning I'm not touching it anymore. I'm sending it out into the world and it's in the world's hands now. And I know it's difficult because I have been there before, but there are 3 things to remember when it comes to accepting that you're totally finished with your novel. And now, when I say totally finished with your novel, I mean you've done as much editing as possible, 3 reads in your head and 3 reads out loud for each chapter. You've gone through beta readers, you've gone through critique partners, you've done all of that. You've gathered it together, you formatted it, you did all of that and more. It is finished, but it seems like you can't fully accept it, that it's totally done. So that means there's 3 things going on right now. And the first one that you have to accept is your novel will never be perfect, and that's okay. Nothing in art is ever perfect. Art can always be worked on, torn apart, put back together, reworked, in any shape or form. When it comes to art, it can always be better, and it's never ever perfect because that's just not how art is. And you as a human being, you're not perfect either, and that's what makes art so amazing, that human and random objects and thoughts and feelings and images come together to make a novel with paper, pen, laptop, coffee, tea, all of that comes together to form a piece of art, and it's never going to be perfect, and that's perfectly okay. You just have to get over that hurdle of believing, however that came to form in your consciousness, that this has to be perfect. It has to be perfect, and I can't move on without perfecting it. There's no such thing, and there will never be a such thing as a perfect book. Even 5-star books will have a typo or 2, or maybe that writer saw something after reading it in print after it was published and said, oh, I could have reworded that paragraph. I could have totally rewritten it and it would have been better. And that's perfectly okay. You just have to let it out into the reading world. After a certain amount of time, you can only rewrite and redo your project until you pull your hair out. And we don't want you to pull your hair out. We want you to accept that your novel is finished and ready to go. And that goes on to number 2. Not everyone will want to read your book, and that's normal. Not everyone likes steampunk, nonfiction, historical fiction, fantasy, romance. There are billions of people out there, and every individual likes something different. But you will have a crowd of people that will be interested in that genre, will be interested in that story and your characters and your plot and your theme. You just have to get it out for them to find, and that comes with marketing, which is a whole nother beast in and of itself. But you have to accept that even your friends and family might not be interested in your sci-fi book because none of them are interested in sci-fi. There is a whole discussion about branching out and reading new genres. I totally agree with that. And yes, reach out and try and get more people to read different genres, but you shouldn't pressure anyone, you shouldn't pressure yourself, and you shouldn't feel like a failure if someone that just doesn't like that genre will not, isn't interested in reading your book. It's not personal, it's someone's reading taste. And lastly, not everyone will give you good reviews. And we have to accept that that just comes with the business. And we have to accept that once your novel is finished and out there, that you will get 1, 2, 3-star reviews. I actually think that 3-star reviews are pretty good because how I rate books, 3 stars means average to solidly good. But not every writer feels that a 3-star review is good. But no matter the review, it's still your work, and you still have people that will give it 4 and 5-star reviews and will rave about it. I know that it hurts. I know that it will maybe, ruin your day. I know it might ruin your week or your month, but you have to accept that not everyone's gonna love your book when they pick it up, and they're going to rate it on Goodreads, Amazon, wherever, and it's not all going to be positive. But that is the risk that all artists take when they put their work out there. It's not just writers, it's also painters and musicians and guitarists, even bakers. At least you're not making anyone physically ill with your art, There are some bakers that, in the beginning, accidentally poison someone. At least you're not doing that. So there's always a bright side, and no matter what, there is always room to not be perfect and to mess up every once in a while when it comes to writing. We're human. I know that it's really hard to accept that your work is done and you need to put it out in the world. But I pose this question: would you rather have it sitting in your attic for 20, 30, 40 years and never see the light of day? Or would you rather take a chance, learn from your mistakes if you have a significant amount of mistakes, or even if you just have one mistake, but still reach people and change people's lives with your stories? As writers or just artists in general, you really need to pick one or the other. And I know it's difficult, but like I said, we have to accept either or. And I rather go with going and putting myself out there and making some mistakes. But as artists, we can learn and grow and do better. And that's what counts when it comes to art. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please give it a like, a subscribe, comment with your thoughts below, and share it with all your writerly friends that are on the border between keeping it in an attic and publishing their novel. If you want to get to know me and my writing, all of my social media links are in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great writing day. Bye!